It all depends on who shows up when, etc. Are we good with all the? Okay, good. Let's see. This year we've got something we haven't had before, hats. Yes, I'm shamelessly trying to sell things right now. Selling is how we pay for the convention. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on outside of this 2 days that we're here for Phreaknic itself. The Nashville 2600 organization has actually formed itself into a 501c3, which, if you're not familiar with IRS designations and such, that means we're a honest-to-God charitable nonprofit. So talk about the best social engineering job ever. You can actually give, or you can actually deduct if you are a speaker or a volunteer for Phreaknic. Now, I'm not a tax attorney or a CPA, so check with your own. But if you are a speaker or a volunteer for Phreaknic, you can actually deduct your mileage getting here on your taxes, because you're basically giving to a charitable organization. We don't do the admission as a charitable gift, because then you have to also add back in the price of the swag, or what the fair market value of the swag is. It ends up becoming an accounting nightmare. But the mileage, especially for some people who drive from pretty far distances, like Nacho guy from Chicago, or some of the guys from Florida, it's pretty good ways. I don't know if you can deduct your plane fare, but that'd probably be pretty good too if you could. Yeah. So, but a lot of people actually get their employers to pay for them to show up here, so that's a good thing as well. We do have another additional thing that we hadn't done in the past, or at least not in the past 5 years. In addition to having black T-shirts, we have, oh my gosh, yes, white T-shirts available for sale. Oh yes, and here's our lovely model, Wizard PC, showing off the white T-shirt. The artwork just worked really well for a white T-shirt this year. We printed a few of them up, so if you like it, get those. That is an option for you. In the past, it's always just been basic black, and I know a lot of you just want black, so that's why we printed up plenty of black ones as well. Any other items of? Let's see. Can you think of anything else that? Do you have any AV issues?
Okay. We are doing something slightly different on the presentations this year. It's not a raise your hand and shout things out. If you actually want your question recorded or answered, come up to the microphone. Okay? It's cool, it's easy, and it makes noise.
Yes, but one at a time, please. So let's not have 10 people up here and deciding to shout, hey, I got a question for you. So if in the middle of a presentation you do decide that you want to ask a question, just please, quietly make your way on up to the front. And as soon as there's a logical break in the presentation, whoever the presenter is will go ahead and take your question. We've also got multiple cameras so that we can flip between showing the speaker and the audience member who's asking the question and the presentation. So we should actually have a little bit more polished presentation this year. For those of you who are interested, after we have encoded everything to XVID, I'll be uploading every single presentation to YouTube. So you can just do a search. Last year's are all on YouTube or on Google Video, which I'm sure will be eventually migrated over to YouTube. But if you just do a search for Phreaknic, you should be able to find, how many did we have? 14 or 15 from last year that were recorded. We had a little malfunction with, I think, a power cord on the recorder last year. So we lost one or two of the presentations. But we've got a UPS on it this year, so hopefully shouldn't have any problems with that. Let's see, other issues. If you see anybody creating a disturbance, things like that, look for one of the guys with the PNX agent shirts. That's our hospitality staff. We do not have security because that requires licensing and bonding and all that other crap. So, but we do have people who will make sure that the crowd is hospitable towards each other, with prejudice if necessary. Yeah. Last night, apparently someone decided to have sex with a fire extinguisher. That is prohibited in the state of Tennessee. We are a heterosexual only, and I'm not sure what fire extinguishers fall under. So that's a completely different species. So bestiality is also out of the question here. So no, we didn't video that because that would be even, yeah. Well, the video didn't work until 10 minutes ago. What are you talking about? Come on. So that would really be a GooTube one for you. So, yeah. Just as a little quick poll, how many people are here for the first time? Holy crap. Okay. Fantastic. So all of the regulars will actually be here later on today, but they won't have a seat because we've already filled up the room. So we moved to this room because it had more space than where we were in previous years. So you've got a great audience here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to our first presentation, our first presenter. This is Wizard PC. Come on over. You're not manning the camera now. All right. And by the way, for those of you who didn't guess, I'm Dolemite or Scott Milliken. So I've been running this for the last 5 years. I took it over when Johnny X moved to Atlanta, or Johnny Christ, whichever way he wants to call himself, or Pope Johnny Christ. So anyway, we've been having a good time up here in Nashville and enjoy putting this on every year. And we love seeing bigger and bigger crowds each year. So enjoy yourself and make sure you have a good time, but do so at nobody else's expense, please. Thanks.
And remember to shower. And brush your teeth.
Yes, one of the functions of the hospitality dog squad is they do have Ziploc bags with hygienic products. So if you are deemed as being a hazard to other people's health because you have not bathed in recent history, then you will be escorted to a room and given 10 minutes in which to clean yourself, lest you be expelled. That'll be on the pay section of Google Video. So